What's going on, guys? Bengal King here, coming back at you with another video back on Dolphins franchise. We're in the playoffs. Yes, year 2. We've turned the putrid 60-something overall Dolphins almost up to an 80 overall. We had an 81 overall defense, 73 offense, which is not exactly ideal, but we do have some big playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, like Lawrence the Boss Ross, 83 overall rookie quarterback out of Oregon State. He's got +2 morale, so he's really an 81 overall. We do have some skill points. It's going to take him up even further here as we try to make a deep playoff run. 98 throw power really is his claim to fame. He's got a cannon. And when you look at the rest of the team, we got Devontae Parker in here, Kenny Stills, Preston Williams. I mean, we've got a good bunch of players. I'm going to actually regenerate the order here. Josh Rosen still haven't exactly decided what to do with him at this present moment, but we're going to figure it out eventually. Of course, the offensive line. Now, we didn't exactly stay true to what happened in real life. We didn't trade Laramie Tunsil. We didn't trade Kenny Stills. We had not traded Minkah Fitzpatrick. I just can't rationalize trading an 86 overall now superstar development free safety for just a first-round pick. It just wasn't going to happen. So, decided not to do that. We've had some upgrades over time. Xavier Howard is up to Superstar X Factor now, and I have to equip it. And I think we're going to go to zone on him. 90 zone. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade zone. It's not a scheme fit, but his overall jumps up with morale to an 89. He's now an 87, +3 zone coverage. 93 now, and that zone ability should be active as we generated the best lineup. Got Nate Orchard in there. Now, the unfortunate thing is that Tyus Bowser got injured. Now, we'll get him for the Super Bowl if we happen to make it, which we might. He's out for the next 2. Maybe we'll even get him back next week, depending. But special teams, of course, the rookie Matt Harris returning kicks, Jakeem Grant on punts. We're going to upgrade this team. Specialist, I want to make sure Preston Williams is in the slot. And our rush ends, Romeo Okwara is good, man. Romeo Okwara with 79 power moves maybe isn't ideal in that role. We're actually going to move in Raheem Scroggins. And, of course, Tyrone Holmes is actually a really, really good player for us in this kind of limited role that he has. So with good tackle, hit power, speed, finesse moves, he's definitely a player we want to keep in that role. And our sub linebacker has been DeAndre Hubbard and Jerome Baker. So we'll continue to do that. I also want to do a quick kind of little slider update here. So we massacred the Chiefs in the last episode. And, of course, I got the comments, the Dolphins would never beat the Chiefs, right? You got to remember this is the end of season 2. A lot has changed. The Chiefs are like a 78 overall, and we are a 77. And blowouts happen sometimes. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to blow out teams. The Chiefs just couldn't score. So what I did is I boosted QB accuracy even more. It's up to a 65 now, and I have turned down pass coverage and pass defense reaction time. There are suspicions that these work the opposite way. So if you turn it up higher, coverage gets worse. And if you turn it lower, it gets better. We're going to see what happens today. It's at 45 now. I could always raise it or lower it depending on what happens. But we have the Texans in the divisional round of the playoffs. It should be a good game. I hope that it is. Definitely want to upgrade these players. Laramie Tunsil is already a good pass blocker, but I think that's really the one area I want to focus on and continue to upgrade pass blocking. He's a really, really good player, and I just want pass block to be even higher so we have even more time in the pocket. Mike Gesicki has been incredible for us. Morale takes him up +2 already. He's got Superstar Dev, which is awesome. We upgraded him to that finally. He's got unbelievable catching at 95. I didn't realize it was that high. What is his spectacular catch? Can we see that here? I'm probably blind and I'm missing it, but I don't see it. I see route running. I don't see his spectacular catch anywhere in here. Why? I feel like that'd be fairly relevant, no? We throw him a lot of jump balls, but a little bit strange. I think we're going to go focus, continue on vertical threat. That's his, bread and butter. And then maybe spectacular catch gets in there as well. +4 deep route running. +2 medium. Pass block goes up. Run block goes up. Trucking goes up by 2 is awesome. I like to truck a lot with my tight ends, and it's just we don't really get a whole lot of truck animations. He's up to 80 trucking now. Maybe that unlocks new animations or something. His deep route running is now up to an 80. Of course, hopefully our franchise quarterback, Lawrence Ross. I want to continue to go into field general. medium, short, and deep accuracy. I want him to be a more accurate player. Don't think that's asking for too much at quarterback. You got throw accuracy mid goes up 1, awareness 2, and then throw under pressure goes up by 1, which is awesome, up to an 85. We'll continue to work on that. Deep accuracy something as well. Matt Hawk doesn't really matter all that much. I'm just going to work on power. It's probably only going to touch awareness. It usually doesn't do both, and awareness goes up by 2. Other than like Tyrone Holmes and Preston Williams, the rest of the upgrades really don't matter that much. So this might be one of the final ones that I show you. Tyrone Holmes goes up to a 70 overall, and Finesse Boost goes up by 2, which is actually fairly significant, as that's now significantly above 80. A bit. It's not like just an 80 or an 81. Well, 82. It's not significant, perhaps, but it's just a little bit. Route running for Preston Williams would be cool, but I also want spectacular catch because we throw him a whole lot of jump balls. So I think physical is going to be what I continue to work on with him. And hopefully route running gets a small boost in there, but +1 spec catch, +1 catching, +2 catch and traffic. All very good. Catch and traffic is getting up near a 90. Spectacular catch now at a 90 with morale. Catching is higher. We'll have the CPU upgrade the rest and then hop into this divisional playoff matchup against the Houston Texans. We're a 78 overall now. The Texans are an 82, so a better team. They got DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney is still on this team. He's not on the Seahawks. And we have to face Deshaun Watson. However, we have the benefit of being at home at least, so that's something. The kick is off here. 11 minutes on the clock to start the first quarter in this playoff matchup. Kiki QT back to return, and we got a rush end there, and Tyrone Holmes meeting him, stopping him short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. And Deshaun Watson, the electric scrambler type improvising quarterback playmaker, takes over. Who is their back? Who is number 42? He's breaking tackles. Where are you going, Minka? Xavier Howard eventually wraps up. It's Andy Janovich. That's a fullback. There's no way he's starting at running back for them. He was all the way in the back. He was 37. Is that Deontay Foreman? Not even on the team in real life anymore. I think he's on the Colts, I want to say. He gets a handoff, but there's DeAndre Hubbard. Shuts him down. And DeAndre Hubbard is shut down. This is not what we need. DeAndre Hubbard, who has dislocated his shoulder in our biggest game of the year. Lobbing it to DeAndre Hopkins, who can't hold on. Takes a big hit on 3rd down. Tried to go up. Pass was a little high, maybe. Couldn't drop it right in there, but wow. Weird start to this game. Bittersweet. We shut him down. But one of our biggest playmakers is injured and out for probably the season with a dislocated shoulder. We get that in there? Oh, my Lord. Touch pass inaccurate? I thought we had touch pass deadeye. How is that even happening? Kenny Stills is wide open. We crush man coverage. And I thought he had the touch pass deadeye ability. That wasn't even remotely close. Get that in there. There's a bullet pass for Preston Williams. Picks up the 1st down. 16-yard gain on 3rd and long. Keeping the drive alive. Here's a stretch. Jakeem Grant's got some pretty good speed. Gonna need to avoid hit sticks. Jakeem Grant's got a lot of speed, but he also has almost no carrying. Another 3rd down here. There's a slant. We're gonna go for Ray McLeod. Pick up the 1st down. We're gonna move the chains again. Play action. Never a bad idea to take a shot. Can we fit that into Gesicki? That is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. We had touch pass deadeye that time. Yeah, that one looked underthrown. Just good zone coverage, and that is not a good turnover here to start our first drive. 3rd and 3 for the Texans. They're going short, and that is great coverage by Kendall Fuller. Draped all over DeAndre Hopkins. Houston will punt again. Just check down there, run upfield. Mark Walton gets the 1st. Kind of a weird interception to start things off. Try to fit it in. Try to be predictive with our passing, as in predicting that Mike Gesicki was going to find a spot in the zone there, and it just didn't really happen that way. There's another inaccurate pass by Ross. So we need that pass accuracy to go up a little bit so we can throw accurately. 3rd and 8. Looking for something. Trying to let that develop. It's not going to be there. Not going to be there. Maybe had Gesicki on the inside. It's just tough. They picked the right coverage for that. And we will be forced to punt. Another 3rd down. Jerome Baker on DeAndre Hopkins is a recipe for disaster. So we're going to try and shut that down. They check down. Really not being aggressive at all. Deshaun Watson, 4 passes completed so far on 7 attempts for 9 yards. The CPU just does not even try to stretch the field anymore, man. This is a big return by Jakeem Grant. Tiptoed to stay in bounds and took it all the way to the other side of the field. 3rd and 10 now. Devontae Parker might be open on the inside. Mike Gesicki on an out there could be good. Can we fit that in there? No. Good play by the DB. Coming up and knocking that one down. And struggle to find an open guy on that one. Could be a decent punt. We need to get to this one. Need to get to it. And we do. Matt Harris downs it on the 3. Great punt by Matt Hawk. To screen. DeAndre Hopkins broke a tackle. Thank goodness Anton Scott is there to wrap up and stop DeAndre Hopkins from going for a huge gain. Whenever they're backed up near their own end zone, they are cheese. They break a ton of tackles. They do whatever it takes. They get wide open. And speaking of which, there is Will Fuller right over the middle. Kind of evacuated my zone there, trying to make a play on the quarterback. And it's a huge Houston Texans gain. Taking a shot now at Xavier Howard. He knocks it down. Stops DeAndre Hopkins from picking up the catch. That is a huge play. And we've heard this before. Houston will punt. Last time we played the Texans, neither offense could really score at all. I don't know if you all remember that. This game seems to be starting out the same way. 0-0 after the first quarter. We'll see if we can finally break that and find the end zone. At least get some type of points up on the board. 3rd and 3. Wanted the out for Preston Williams. It got covered, and then I tried to wait for the slant coming across. And didn't have enough time. Vernon Hargraves came up, made the sack. And Matt Hawk is going to punt things away. Offenses continue to struggle here. But that is a damn good punt. As that's going to be pinned at the 12. Play action. I'm all over it. Jerome Baker with the sack. Down goes Watson. Play action is snuffed out. 3rd and 11. Checking down. Make the tackle. Kendall Fuller. Thank you very much. Houston, who, again, refuses to be aggressive even at all. They've taken 1 shot down the field. Maybe you could say even 2. Both to DeAndre Hopkins. Both unsuccessful. And it's just been a whole lot of punts. Maybe the pass coverage slider and reaction time needs to go the other way. I was about to say we've been struggling to run the ball. Tried one there on 2nd and long. And we actually get in a really, really good spot to pick up the 1st down here. It's been tough to run the ball. It really has been. They've been shutting it down. J.J. Watt is an incredibly tough player to run the ball on. And especially when our pulling guard does not pick up a block. RPO, please get off the block. They just run screens, man. It's the CPU is just screen, 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 screen. It is so boring to play against. Coverage has been incredibly tight this game. I think we have to move it the other way to create a little bit more separation so the CPU offense can be a little bit more productive. I know they're driving down the field now, and I know like people don't like me touching the sliders, and I really don't care. Because they need to be changed to get better gameplay. Andy Janovich with another rush here. Their running back, by the way, not Deontay Foreman. It is Fenner. It must have been a drafted running back that looks like him in terms of would have dreads. And I don't even know what number Deontay Foreman wore with the Texans, but I thought it was something in the 30s. It was 27, not 37. All right. Another check down, classic. The Texans are threatening here, though, with under 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 0-0 game. Seems like every time these two teams match up, it is a snooze fest and a half. As Raekwon going to let it lay a huge hit. Oh, my God. They're giving us the recovery. Even though he had a foot out of bounds, the stat popped up that he had a recovery, but they called it dead. We do not get the recovery there because Raekwon McMillan had a foot out of bounds when he recovered the ball. Therefore, the ball was out of bounds. And Houston manages to get points up on the board. Not ideal. We have that. Ross setting it loose for Jakeem Grant, and we got him! One play, one touchdown. We are striking fast with the speedster that is Jakeem Grant on a wheel. Absolutely torched man coverage. And just like that, we get on the board. Just like that, we take the lead. 7-3 Dolphins. As you can see on the bottom ticker, by the way, the Browns beat the Chiefs. So if we were to advance, we would be facing the Cleveland Browns in the AFC Conference Championship. Someone split out wide, please, please. Shut that down. They check down immediately, so it's not even really a worry. Get to Watson, please. Tyrone Holmes brings him down. I was going to consider calling a timeout there. Didn't let me take one. We'll see what kind of time there is. As Titus Savant wraps up. Probably just going to allow this to go into the next half. As Houston actually likes to call a timeout. On 3rd and 17 from your own 40? I mean, I guess, because they get a big gain here. They're in field goal range. I guess. A little bit weird, in my opinion, after that type of play. As that is lobbed up and down at the 50. Looks like that's going to be the half. Unless they decide to take a Hail Mary, which I don't know why they wouldn't line up to punt. But yeah, that is halftime. We're headed into the third quarter. Been a very boring game, and then boom, all of a sudden, we had a huge play. Ross, by the way, now in the zone after that huge strike to Jakeem Grant. This handoff goes to him, and again, we can't find anything. That's wide open. Nick O'Leary. Actually been a pretty big weapon for us as of late. He maybe even picks up 10 there. 3rd and inches. Grant's going to get it. We should have space here. Here is the handoff. And we don't. No one blocked. RPO, and down goes Watson. This is big Vincent Taylor getting the sack. I think we have the wrong rush D tackles in after resetting the depth chart because he should not be playing. We have 2 better D tackles. I mean, it's a big play by him, but I'd rather have Christian Wilkinson because he's way better. And I don't know what we're doing on this side with DeAndre Hopkins. Batting the ball up into the air and incomplete, I guess. There's Gesicki, wide open. Big catch. The streak specialist making a big play. We've been struggling heavy to run the ball here, so might try to rely on the passing game a little bit, but receivers really haven't been getting open that much, so it's kind of just like not a good situation as a whole. As Ross goes down, try to find something, but everyone was, you know, pretty covered. Nice. Love when a screen works as well as that one did. It's going to be 3rd and long. We fit that in there? Oh, it's a terrible pass. Bullet pass, inaccurate. My favorite. I'm getting really, really tired of seeing that. Looks like it might be another really good punt, though. We're going to let it bounce. And that is down at the 1. I'm on my punting game today. Say what you will about the rest of it, and I've been getting, in my opinion, super unlucky with some of these inaccurate passes. But my punting game has been on point. And it's play action. Watson has all day. Finding time. Bring him down. He's sacked. That's a safety. Jerome Baker, I think, came up and made the hit. He did. His 2nd sack of the game. This one for 2 points. It is 9-3. 3rd and 12. Ooh, that's a safety blitz, huh? If we just had time here, I'm pretty confident we could get something really, really good going. We're just not going to have time with that strong safety blitzing. But that's wide open. There's Preston Williams. Preston Williams going down the sideline. Preston, please, stiff arm. He's throwing guys off him. Down to the 5. Preston Williams on the beautiful catch and run. This is a huge gain. Up the middle, Jakeem Grant, touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Another TD for him. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got a receiving touchdown. And we are going to go for 2 here to make this a 17-3 game. If Clowney blitzes, we're in business. Wide open. 2-point conversion is successful. That is Devontae Parker. And we are starting to run away with this thing here in Houston after a score to start the third. Very good drive for us. Well, not to start the third, but midway through. 3rd and 3. Let's get something going here. It is a run to Andy Janovich. He has all the time in the world. We got caught up on a block. It is a first down. Get outside. Somebody. Everyone's stuck on blocks. Fenner again with a pretty big gain on us. His 9th carry. He's almost at 60 yards. Watson throwing at me. It's a user pick. Easy reads. The Lorax. Baker, one man to beat Fenner. Not going to catch him. Jerome Baker, the touchdown maker. Pick 6. That puts us up by even more. 24-3. And this one has been blown wide open in Miami. Play action. Watson checks down Opplinger, the physicist. Can't make the tackle. McMillan lands a big hit, but it's 2nd and 5. Houston's got to do something quickly as their season appears to be coming to an end. To screen, down goes Deshaun Watson. This is Raekwon McMillan. Back-to-back plays. This time it's a sack. Our 5th of the game. This Houston O-line is not holding up well. Check down, and I mean, it says accurate pass. It looked errant. Maybe the timing was off. Watson can't connect, and Houston's going to punt again. Time is running out, man. 3rd and 20 after Benardrick McKinney's sack. See what we can do here. Might look for Gesicki. He's got a favorable matchup. Can we throw that in there? Preston Williams, we got that. That's a first down. Here we go. Preston Williams now over 100 yards on the day. 3rd and 5. Oh my goodness, they blitz heavily. It's Benardrick McKinney again up the middle. Looks like Preston Williams maybe beat his man, but that was a 6-man blitz and we were just not ready for it. Pretty good punt though. Down at the 10. Another punt inside the 20. And favorable field positioning for us to play some defense in. They got to go 90 yards, and they can't even seem to go 8. They're taking a shot downfield. That one is caught by DeAndre Hopkins. He was in a one-on-one with Kendall Fuller, and he mossed him. Down goes Watson. You can't wait that amount of time. Romeo Aquara brings him down, doing jumping jacks. And now on 4th and 8, under 6 minutes to play, the Houston Texans probably have one final chance. They need a first down here to keep their playoff hopes alive. And that is burned. Oh my goodness. Xavier Howard torched by Will Fuller. To screen. McMillan beautifully works his way in through the offensive line. Stops Fenner from picking up any type of yardage. 3rd and 6. Let's get a big stop here. Don't leave the Texans any type of a chance. I'm being magnetized away. Yeah, I think pass coverage and reaction needs to go way up so they play worse. Because like so many random players are playing super tight right now. And I think it's a big issue of why the Texans can't really seem to move the ball. That's a touchdown, actually. I don't really know how he fit that one in. But that is Tyler Higbee who secured it. And although it's an outside shot, Texans down by now 2 touchdowns with 3 minutes to play, and we have the ball. They'll likely go for an onside. They're still technically in this. 3rd and 9. I think we're gonna hand off the ball here. Jakeem Grant, we might actually have a shot at a first down because he's got wheels. Jakeem Grant pushed out of bounds, which means the clock stopped. I tried to spin back in, but we got pushed out. Shouldn't matter all that much though. Big gain. Hand off Jakeem Grant. Just outburn him. We're staying in bounds. Clock keeps ticking. Well, I guess it doesn't because Houston calls a timeout. And on 4th and 1, a field goal puts us up by 3 possessions. So we're going to try that, and hopefully it just does not get blocked. If it gets blocked, that would be sad. The kick is up and good. 27-10 Miami. Houston now with 1:48 to score 3 times. And they need at least 2 of them to be touchdowns. Seems unlikely to impossible. They got a 9-second no-huddle runoff every time. Yeah, this is over. There's just no shot. They need to score within like the next 2 plays twice. And they're running. They're running the ball in this situation. I don't think that's the move. Another run. This one's on 4th and 10. On 4th and 10, down by 3 possessions with a minute to go. They're like, we're just going to run the ball. Oh, no. And that is your ball game. The Miami Dolphins are indeed advancing to the next round of the playoffs here. And, yeah, I think the only reason I update y'all on the slider changes, I could just do it, is I feel like, you know, if you want to play with the same sliders, if we find out a mix that actually works, I don't think I'm going to update you because, like, people get somewhat annoyed. So I'm just going to do it, and then I'll probably, like, every so often we'll update you. So we're going to hopefully have our coverage play a little bit worse. I think it's going to be for better games. Deshaun Watson and Lawrence Ross actually with very similar numbers. Here's the thing. He threw the ball 40 times and had 30 completions. So we threw the ball 19 times and had 9. It was a weird game. We tried to run the ball a lot. Not successfully for the most part. Balaj 2.7, Jakeem Grant 3.6, and had some big gains at the end. He had a touchdown though. Receiving, Preston Williams 3 catches for 105, Jakeem Grant 2 for 76 and a TD. It's our only receiving touchdown of the game. A bunch of tackles all around per usual. And then we had an interception for, Jerome Baker? Didn't mean to go over there, but 2 sacks for Baker. We had 1 for Aquara, 1 for Taylor, 1 for McMillan, 1 for Holmes. And yeah, 1 pick by Jerome Baker. It was housed 80 yards, and the fumble was forced by Raekwon. Also, technically recovered by Raekwon, even though it wasn't recovered. So we have the Browns. We got to go. Actually, we're sticking around. We're not going to Energy. We're staying at Hard Rock in Miami against the 12-4 Cleveland Browns for a shot at the Super Bowl. We have some upgrades. I wonder if we won anything. DeAndre Hubbard, ironically, has an upgrade point. I'd like to check in on you because I'm worried. Because you dislocated your shoulder. I'm worried about you, DeAndre. Don't be injured on me. What do we want to go upgrade here? Like, probably pass coverage, I guess, or yeah, probably pass coverage. Tackling might get upgraded in here anyway. Awareness and zone coverage goes up by 2. So not too bad. I'm just, I'm worried about his future based on his, I don't know, dislocated shoulder in the last game. He's good to go, though. Okay, he's playing through it. I thought he'd be out for the season. He was out for just the game. Tyus Bowser about ready to come back. If we make it to the Super Bowl, we'll see him there. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. AFC Conference Championship against the Browns. Take it easy.